Hello everybody, welcome back to Movie Reviews. And this is a special one. I'm going to talk about Dazed and Confused from 1993. Oh yes. Oh god, this movie, probably one of the best movies of the 90s, I think, in sort of everybody's opinion. One of the best from 1993, one of the best coming of age movies from the 90s. So yeah. I think that before the time I was watching it, I didn't know what to watch. I found this and I thought, maybe here we go. Everybody's been clamoring about, been saying this is one of the best films of the 90s. It is superb. It's got interesting casting. It's quite a good story, actually. I do think it's quite good. So anyway, excuse the clapping. Anyway, let's talk about this. So, Dazed and Confused. It's set in 1976 in Texas, Dallas, Texas, if you could say that. Well, just plain Texas, really. And it's to do with the last day of summer for high school seniors and all new seniors as well. And it basically talks about different characters or different groups of people going to this one party in sort of the middle of nowhere, and basically go off their heads a little bit, with smoking, drinking, and doing some crazy stuff as well along the way. It's a bit like a road trip movie, a little bit, and there's some odd events going on as well in this movie as well. Obviously, for casting, we have a few interesting ones. We have the Matthew McConaughey. In there, we have Mila Jovovich. Everyone knows her from the Resident Evil franchise, and other films. I think any other films really. Yeah. I can't remember the other cast members, but there are some who go on, like the character Floyd, or Pink Floyd is known as. Yeah, great guy. A bit like Neil Morrissey, I think. Like, he's the American equivalent to Neil Morrissey. Like he was in Boone, I think. I find it quite interesting. The character, who I can't remember his name, is a new young senior who basically tags along. I find it quite good as well. Who else? Dina Martin, as well. She's in it, and does an okay job. It's all relies on the sort of humour, like the boy, all this social humour, I think it is. That sort of aligns it. Makes it brilliant, and so it does. And the way it's shot, the way it's directed and stuff, I'm trying to think who it was. Was it Todd Phillips who directed this movie? If I'm wrong, if I'm not, I'm just trying to think. I think it is Todd. It could be Todd Phillips, I don't know, but I'll check it out anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, if it is or not. It's basically all 50% chance, if not. But direction-wise, it's fantastic. The looking of 1976 is brilliant. I do have to admit, the way it looks fantastic. It's like it's never been moved. It's like it's never been changed. Like, especially in 1983. And the music that accompanies it, the music that's compiled into this film is really good. I mean, it's all 70s stuff, good, instant stuff. I mean, they released on a soundtrack at the time of the movie's release. Try and get a copy of that, or make a Spotify playlist of that. If anyone's made that already, kudos to them, and give it a listen. I do have to admit, give it a listen. So the story, I mentioned the story. The pacing itself is actually quite interesting. I mean, it takes a bit of a while to get to the self-party that everyone talks about, but it's the build-up. It is the build to the characters. You get different characters. Because you've got the high school senior, but also you've got the young, new-to-be senior, who's basically been hunted down by other seniors. And he and the stoner Matthew McConaughey, who's basically... It's basically like he's never grown up very much, like he's still a rebellious man. He is, like, he's a bit old, I think he's a bit older than them, but he's still rebellious and likes to be like a teenager still, but even though he's more like in his 20s, I think, and basically joins them for the ride, or drives them to the ride, or gives them a ride. And then you got the women going around in sort of like in Jeeps, you know, with also a new singer that they picked up, and you've got the nerd. I think you got the nerds as well. A few of the nerds as well come together. You know, it's all these different types of people in social classes that come together. You know, it focuses on them like for a bit, maybe for about 5, 10, 15 minutes of them. Then move on to the other social class, what they do, and where they go. There's a few interesting stuff like they tend to go to this sort of drive-in. It's basically like a petrol station, but it's a drive-in for fast food. Well, I think it is actually. I don't know actually, but I think it is. If that all is a fast, if it's a gas station with a fast food restaurant inside, I don't know. I thought it's a bit odd. Another thing is that in the beginning of the film, when the film starts to get going a bit, you know, when they leave, the senior freshers do tend to take on the new freshers, well, the female ones especially. I mean, they do the embarrassing thing of covering them in condiments, like mustard and ketchup, flour, and all sorts of stuff, and have them pacifiers, which, to be honest, is that what they do in America in the 70s? Because, I mean, stuff like, I mean, when you look at our generation at the time, when we did, I think when we finished, it was all like, well, a bit different, not as crazy as that. I mean, in America and stuff like America, I think it's tamed down now, but I think back in the day, it was different, completely different. Well, it's completely different now because everyone graffiti signs a name like a graffiti, like you're like a celebrity or something, and they say you have a bit of fun together. You tend to have like party in a field somewhere, have a few drinks, you know, have a good laugh. That's review music, or go away and never see your friends again. That's the sort of thing that happens today in this wall in Britain, very much. Usually, but back then, it is like, okay, it's like a way. It's like it's initiation really. I think it is. You know, like they do some embarrassing stuff to embarrass the new seniors very much, like the upcoming seniors that are graduating to become. Yes. Yeah. But anyway, it's quite interesting. It is, you know, an overall. Obviously, I can see why it's a popular film. I can see why everyone loves this film. Dazed and Confused, and it sort of folds together. It's a dialogue. It's witty. It's hilarious. There's good performances by the cast themselves are really brilliant in this film. The soundtrack itself, the direction the director gives, and the way it looks. I can see why it is popular. People love this film. You know, people actually do enjoy this film, and it just brings out the interest. It does. You know, it makes it interesting. It makes people think, actually, that is an interesting film I want to see. And when you watch it down, man, this film's good. Like how I felt when I watched it. Yeah. You can... Now, with films back in the day, in the 90s very much, Dazed and Confused was rated 18 here in the UK. However, now it's rated 15. It is because it's quite tame now. I mean, back in the day, I think because it was heavy on drug use and sort of swearing. I don't know. There's no sex in this movie at all, so kind of self-lucky in this one. And I don't know why. I think it's just heavy drug use and just performances. How the use of drugs, I think, also, or you know. But it's been released down to a 15, so anyone 15 over can watch this. You know, get a good kick out of it if they want to, or people who grew up in the 90s who actually seen this when it was released back in the day. Maybe give it a watch again at some point. You have to try and get a DVD copy down. I don't know if it's released on Blu-ray yet. I don't know. It's kind of vague and stuff like that. But yeah, but you can still get it at some point, or get your original VHS copy. Yep. So anyway, that is my review of Dazed and Confused from 1993, a instant 90s classic that everyone seems to love, and I can see why. So anyway, that is the end of the video, and I'll see you for the next one at some point.